More and more wealthy Indian students and families are now choosing a faster and simpler way to get US green cards by switching from F1 student visas to the EB5 investor visa route. This trend is growing as visa backlogs for skilled workers on H1B and other temporary visas continue to worsen, making permanent residency a long and uncertain wait. The EB5 visa allows foreign nationals, including Indian citizens, to get a US green card by investing at least $800,000 into a government-approved business project in America. But it's not just about money. This investment must also create or preserve 10 full-time jobs for US workers. If these conditions are met, the investors and their families, including spouse and children under 21, can get permanent residency in the US. But why rich Indian families are doing this? Well, many Indian students studying in top US universities like Stanford, MIT, NYU, or the Ivy Leagues come from very well-off families back home. While these students usually enter the US on an F1 student visas, they eventually face difficulties transitioning to permanent residency because of long green card wait time for Indians, specifically under work visa routes like H1B. In some cases, Indians on H1B have to wait for more than 15 years for their green cards due to country cap. This delay can make it harder for them to settle, work freely, or even stay with their family if their children age out after turning 21. So, to avoid these problems, many parents are now choosing to invest in EB5 program early, even while their child is still in the university. This lets the students stay in the US permanently without the stress of finding an employer sponsor, dealing with lottery systems like H1B, or worrying about deportation risk after graduation. There is rise in EB5, by the way, and that too via Indians. According to recent data from the US immigration system, over 1,200 Indian applicants filed EB5 petition under reserved category, like rural or high unemployment areas, in just first 4 months of fiscal year 2025. That's more than any other country in that same time period, showing just how rapidly Indian interest in EB5 is rising. In fact, Indian citizens are now the second largest group of EB5 applicants globally, just behind China. Well, this rise was also helped by changes in the EB5 law in 2022, which introduced visa set-asides for certain categories like rural projects and made it easier for investors to file adjustment of status applications from within the US, including students on F1 visas. So, what is the new fast track to green card? Well, in the end, I would like to say that for wealthy Indian families who can afford it, the EB5 route is becoming a fast track to living and working permanently in America. It bypasses to uncertainty of student to work visa transition, avoids long green card queues, and ensures children can stay in the US even after completing their education. That said, the EB5 program is not without risk. The investment must be made in USCIS approved regional center or direct project, and if the business fails or doesn't meet the job creation goals, the green card could be denied. So families are advised to work with the experienced immigration lawyer and financial advisor before committing. But despite these risks, the surge in EB5 interest reflects a clear shift. Indian families are all ready to spend big money to give their children a secure future in the United States without waiting endlessly in immigration lines.